Hello guys and welcome to this video. Today I'll be sharing with you this Yacht-Master Samurai build. This was commissioned by my friend Sean here in Dubai. He originally contacted me at SeikoMODS Dubai on Instagram. And this gorgeous piece was a bit of a challenge to build. And I'll tell you why and how I built it and where I got the parts from and everything in this video. Now just a little bit of a background on it. Sean wanted to replicate this watch in a Seiko style. This is a Rolex Yacht-Master with the blue second hand, the platinum bezel, and that lovely strap as well. All matches together. A really fun summer watch, I'd say. It's got that, you know, that carefree sort of style, and I wanted to get away from the dark watches that I've been making lately and do something a lot more fun, and this really is that watch. Now the hardest part of this build was actually finding the dial. Now the dial is from a Seiko SRPF75K1, and if you're wondering what that is, it's a special edition of a Seiko 5 Sport model. And you know what? I love that dial so much. I actually bought the original watch as well as just the dial on its own to put in this, because I'm going to be using this for one of my own watches soon as well. So this is where the dial comes from. So this is a limited run of 6,500. Quite hard to find. I've probably got the only 2 dials in the UAE at the moment, but you can get hold of this watch. You can find it on Chrono24 or eBay and so on. They're not especially rare, but perhaps depending on where you are in the world, it is a bit tricky to get this. Fortunately, I found a seller for this watch in the UAE on Chrono, and I actually found the dial through a friend of mine called Red 5 Watchworks. You can follow him on Instagram. It's the guy's based in America, and he managed to send me this dial from the US, which he had bought from Japan. So this dial is very well traveled. Either way, gorgeous dial. And the reason I love it so much is because it's this lovely dark gray kind of slate color. And in the light, it really shines up like almost like the Rolex rhodium sort of color. You can see it's got these round markers, which are very unusual compared to a regular Seiko 5 Sport dial like you see on the right. You can see the markers are a totally different shape. I like that they haven't used any other types of logos or other printing on this grey one as well, which makes it perfect to suit a lot of different mods. And you've got these extra lines as well. Now, interestingly, on the base watch, you've got this really unusual, I'm gonna call it like a net pattern on the chapter ring. And one thing you might not have noticed, and in fact I didn't notice until I took the dial out, there is a very dark green sort of ring all the way around, which matches this custom strap they've got. This is also on a gunmetal case, and they've got this special matching NATO that you get with the base watch. Now, this video, I promise you, is about this watch. I just wanted to show you this quickly because I may not see one again for some time. It's also got this limited edition case back, which is pretty cool. Now, I believe this is one of their special editions for Naruto. Perhaps fans of that show and the anime and so on will be able to tell me a bit more about that in the comments. I'm not hugely into it, but I am into these watches. And I love this style. Actually, there's not much I would actually change with this watch, but this style is going into my own special project soon. You'll see as well on the base watch, you usually get a black day date. Now, as much as I do like that, I also feel like it does leave a bit of a void in that part of the dial from sort of daily use when you're looking at it sort of from this angle. So we did decide to stick to a regular white day date on an NH36. So this does have stop seconds, manual wind. You can quick set the day and the date. So we've got 2 languages there. Manual wind, of course, and we can pop the crown in and screw it down. Now we're screwing that custom S-signed crown into a watch and style samurai conversion case. So this is in the shape of a Seiko Samurai style, and I've used this case before, and I was actually inspired to use it by Loomshot from his, I think it was the Blood Moon build that he did.
I started using this case and I really love this case. I'm actually going to make myself a few watches but using this just because it wears a bit bigger than the standard SKX sort of style, which is this size. You can see the size difference quite clearly there, even though the other parts like the bezel insert, the crystal, the hands, the dial are all the same size. The case itself has got that angular sort of cushion going all the way around. Crown at 3 as well, so this dial did have to be adjusted by removing the dial feet and placing it on the movement using dial dots. I've not had any trouble doing that actually as well. So you've got that gorgeous dial in there. You've also got the Mercedes hands with the blue seconds hand. Those are from DLW, and I find DLW makes some really high quality parts, especially the hands. The finishing on them under a loop, you'll notice straight away the quality of the finishing there. You've also got a polished chapter ring. You've also got a DLW steel Yacht-Master style bezel. Now we went for steel to try and get more of that kind of platinum look compared to ceramic, and it's got that. It makes the watch a tiny bit heavier as well. Outside of that, we've got the sub-style bezel. You've got a sapphire case back, which I'll show you. And this watch is now, I believe officially, around 44 diameter, although it's a little hard to measure with the crown. Definitely wears like a bigger watch though. But one thing I love is the fact that we stuck to a blue AR coated sapphire. This was from Namoki, and Namoki's anti-reflective coating in blue really does show up quite well. So you can see as you hit any light with this crystal, you get that gorgeous blue color, and it's sort of accentuated with the second hand and the strap. Now on the back, you've got a sapphire case back, so no expense spared really here, and that includes the strap. This strap is lovely. This is a Horus rubber strap, not cheap, but really high quality rubber. You can just tell that this is gonna keep its shape and its color for a long time. Quite chunky as well, so it's not fitted to the case, but that means you can use it on a variety of different watches. And I love this watch. I think this is probably one of my favorite builds I've done to date. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. And if you're interested in making your own design, contact me. I'm always open for ideas. Contact me at SeikoMods Dubai on Instagram. That's the best way to reach me. I'll do you a quick wrist shot on this just to show you the size, and we'll close the video out there. So one thing I really like about this Horus strap is it's actually quite hard to put it on carefully. I desperately don't want to damage this watch because I'm really excited to pass it on to the new owner, Sean. Here we go. Is this buckle, really high polished buckle, nice and chunky as well, matches the general size of the watch. And there it is on my 7 3/4 inch wrist. Really suits me. So if you've got bigger wrists, something like a samurai or turtle case might be the style for you. I think this watch, the dial from this, will end up in a watch similar to this for myself very soon. So I hope you've enjoyed this build, guys. I loved it. Please subscribe, like this video, and follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time.